Hello everyone, welcome back to the Minecraft Create mod. So in this video, we are going to be putting together all of the resources we have made and discovered, including our recently forged brass, in order to make a super big factory that will do a lot of both ore processing, iron production, and stone production for us. In between videos, I made these, which is a giant pair of crushing wheels, where if they're both spun in the right direction and something is thrown in the tops, it gets ground down into a more useful material. Specifically, I can take this cobblestone here and grind it down into gravel at a very efficient rate, and then take that gravel and wash it into iron nuggets. And because in Minecraft you can make cobblestone generators using water and lava, we can essentially make free unlimited iron, which will be very useful. So we're going to get started with the first part of this factory here. Alright, the first section of our factory that we're building here is more or less complete. This is the cobblestone generator kind of side of things. So if we look through the window here, or better yet through here, we can see on the left side here we have some water streams that are constantly falling to ensure that it does not mix with any lava. On the right side we have the lava, which will slowly go in and create cobblestone by mixing with the water. And then on top we have the mechanical drills that are constantly drilling into the cobblestone to break it. And last but not least, we have the belt on the bottom in order to catch the falling cobblestone and put it into an item storage container. Now this one is very unique because I can't access it with my hand. It can only store items if they're stored using these things, or either any of the automated methods of doing so per se. Now there's a few issues with this. As you can see, there's a bit of a cobblestone buildup on the sides here. Sometimes cobblestone will fall out like so, but that's an easy enough fix. I can just put a belt down there and then have that belt go into our storage container here. Now next up is to build the crushing wheel part. So that way we can crush it into gravel. But I'm gonna make this a multi-purpose crushing wheel. So instead of only crushing it into cobblestone into gravel, we're also gonna be able to process ores, which will be very nice because not only does it have a chance of giving us a little bit more ore, it also gives us a little bit of XP as well, which will be very useful. But in order to have them share the same crush wheel, we are going to need to make a brass tunnel. Now these will allow us to sort our items based on what kind of types they are. Alright, I have built the second part of the factory. So what we have here is now we have a belt coming out of our storage system over here and going into our crushers. And then we have some chutes to make sure nothing falls out, and then it gets ground up and sent into this thing here. Now this thing is another storage thing, and we can use these brass tunnels to do the filtering by taking it out of here. So anything we grind up, like ores and gravel and whatever, will all go into here. But we can use the filters on the funnels to have only gravel come out in this belt, and then have only ores or other things come out this belt. So that way we can have gravel go on to our next leg of the processing and other ores go on to a blasting phase. So that way we can have a fully automatic system going on. So next up to build is the thing to wash gravel. Here, let me get a piece. Is we can wash the gravel to get our iron nuggets. And then we can take those iron nuggets, not mixing, and compact it into iron ingots. So that way we have a fully automatic iron ingot farm. Alright, finally we are here. I have finished the automated iron producer. So to give a final recap of the whole machine, we start here with our grand, well, it's not quite grand, but it's something. It's a cobblestone generator. So what this does is it combines the lava and water to make a ton of cobblestone. And then we mine it up with these drills and it goes on the belts. And when on the belts, it goes into our storage unit, just so that way we always have some extra if needed. Then they go up this belt and into the crushers where they're ground up into gravel. And then this gravel goes into a storage unit here, and then it comes out here and washed. And whenever it's washed, it's turned into flint and iron. Now, I don't have any current use for a large quantity of flint, so it is getting dumped, but who knows, maybe I'll want to make tons of arrows or something. We'll see. But more importantly, the iron comes over here and goes into this basin here, where it comes out, where it gets squished into iron ingots and then comes out and goes into this barrel. And our first iron ingot is done. Now, this machine might not be the most efficient, and it's honestly quite slow, but it's a step in the right direction. I'll just need to take some time to not only make it look better, but also optimize some of the systems used, like this over here is an absolute mess when it really doesn't need to. But the plans are afterward. We want to make it applicable for ores to be smelted. So what will happen is we want to crush the ores to get the most out of them, and whenever we crush them, they are going to go into this storage unit with the gravel. But if we look here, we have a filter here. So only gravel comes out of here, but we can have a filter coming out here that's everything not gravel, and with that we can filter between XP and smelting and other, because I know that some ores will sometimes produce some other things. And with that, we can then have a chest where we just dump a bunch of ores and they go in here and get processed. And once all that is complete, we'll be able to build a nice building around this so it's not an absolute eyesore of gears and stuff. And while building it, I accidentally left the machine running, and enough iron accumulated in here without me taking it out that it actually automatically compacted it into an iron block. So that's pretty sweet. Now all we need to do is just leave it running for a bit, and we should have a good stockpile of iron, assuming that nothing else is going wrong. Yep, gravel is still being washed, stone is still being crushed. It still seems to be working all right. Another thing on the to-do list is to build a dedicated mill for producing kinetic energy, because currently we have this absolute eyesore of water mills over here, which is honestly not very fun to look at, and we are actually reaching our stress capacity with the water mills. And windmills, and the windmill bearing has a large kinetic stress capacity, as well as we can actually make a windmill look very nice, as we've already done over here. So we can obviously come up here on the mountain and build a nice big windmill, and then we can have a shaft going from the windmill all the way over here to power all this. And with that, I will be able to play with the timings a bit and get a little bit more efficiency squeezed out of this system, like make the wheels spin faster, make the fan spin faster, make the belts move faster, basically just make everything move a little bit faster. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time.